want to see what they was talking about.
Might be the run.
Because I haven't heard anybody really talk about the
My
game.
passion for looter
Outside of the Randy
shooters
Pitchford
has
shit.
burned quite brightly for over 15 years, and Borderlands is the flame that lit the fuse. With Borderlands 4, Gearbox proves it still knows how to bring the boom. After fizzling somewhat with Borderlands 3, it felt like this series had begun to fall behind in the genre it pioneered. But breaking away from segmented levels and embracing an honest-to-goodness open world allows 2025's Borderlands to surprise us again. Drastically
Surprise us is kind of
movement
crazy,
makes it one
but
of the
you know.
best feeling first-person shooters out there. The story takes a refreshingly grounded approach that pays off.
Planet Kairos. Heard of it? Of course not.
And the expanded build crafting options like healing items, throwing knives, and weapon enhancements are all
We might
fantastic
be dick
ideas.
munching a little bit, but
But
it's
taking
just
these
fun.
swings also comes with some unfortunate downsides, like how exploration is quite literally held back by
No!
invisible walls and awkward
okay.
surfaces that refuse to be trod upon.
Cook up.
Not to mention fairly rocky technical performance on the PC version provided for review, and numerous bugs.
If I sell this, I'll delete the game.
Oh
Those
no.
rough orders did
Oh,
little
no,
to
Bug.
keep me from once again falling head over heels for my
can't be that
first
bad.
looter shooter love.
Oh,
Blasting
buddy.
through hordes of psychos with a
No,
friend
that's
or
how close I
three
am to finally
feels
beating
as
this guy.
awesome as it ever has.
If I somehow lose, hey, GG's.
So that shit's over with.
Yeah. Yes, sir!
They about to pull fucking Ravens 2 weeks ago.
Any fuck.
If you're new to the absolute insanity that is Borderlands, it's a series where the weird enemies you mow down drop increasingly bizarre weapons
Got the
that you
key.
then use to mow down even weirder enemies in an endless cycle of looting and shooting. How bizarre? It's
The
stuff
hell,
like
Walker?
this shotgun that fires sparkly stars that cover the ground in paint and
Oh, what the
enemies in
fuck?
elemental damage. Or maybe you'll luck into this sniper rifle that fires off rounds like a Gatling gun and
Hello?
stops consuming ammo while overheated. Borderlands 4 keeps that feeling
Kirk?
fresh by continuing to iterate on the silly weapons it gives you, which can now cross-pollinate across different weapon manufacturers
The rainbow
for
vomit.
even weirder outcomes. Borderlands 4 is a massive breath of fresh air, bordering on what almost seems like a soft reboot at times. It immediately adds some memorable
Yeah, maybe if I
characters
would've seen
to
more
its
than one
cast,
cutscene, buddy.
like the fancy and charming Levain, who has a somewhat messy dating history with your fellow Vault Hunters.
Oh no.
But then every once in a while, it takes a welcome dip back into the nostalgia pool to have Claptrap rattle off a few jokes.
Ta-da! What do you think?
Love him or hate him, he's still here. With a
Fuck,
few
trying to play
neat
Borderlands
twists
later?
in store and a compelling plot about trying to free this planet, I ended up liking the story
Fuck.
quite a bit, even if it doesn't hit the highs
Fuck.
of Borderlands 2, especially in terms of
You
its
trying to play
iconic
Borderlands
villain.
later?
Time to bowl.
Yeah.
Most of the action itself is what you'd expect from the series, but number 4 makes a number of pretty huge changes that shake up your vault hunting expedition. The biggest by
See, the thing
far
is,
the
it's been
fact
so
that
long
Borderlands
since I've
4
really, like,
is a
been into
proper
Borderlands.
open world game
I don't-
that's
I
filled
haven't,
with
like,
side
been in the
quests,
universe
timed
in a
activities,
fucking
collectibles,
year.
and puzzles to seek out.
Yeah.
You also
I
have
don't
a
know,
whole
like,
bag
what's
of
new
tricks
for
to aid you in
4
the
or what's new for
exploration of
3.
Kairos' 4 diverse
Like, I don't know,
regions.
like, what was introduced
Like a
there,
grapple
because
hook
I
that
dropped
lets
that
you
game
get to areas
pretty
normally
soon.
out of reach, a glider
And I played
to soar
Tiny Tina's for
over
a bit,
large
then they
swaths
hoed
of
me.
land, and a vehicle you can summon on command to zip over hills and through deserts without having to hoof it to a catch-a-ride station first. That might
Hey,
not
W.
seem like a big deal at first,
No,
but
that's
it's
W.
hard to overstate how different this makes Borderlands 4 from its
All right.
See,
now we can finally
but
see where
that's
this goes
it's
to
been
for the
like I
first
said, it's been
time.
so long. I kind of forgot that you had to
What this does.
get right. That shit's fucking dumb.
Not just because you've got
If it was
so
like
many
that
new
now,
ways
I'd
to
probably
get
be mad.
around, but because
4 is way different
progressing
than
through the
3.
story and leveling up your character is so much less linear.
Yeah,
now.
like I said, I didn't make it far in
Sometimes
3.
I'd spend a few
So
hours just exploring a new
3 was
region of
barely
the
different
map,
than 2. I
clearing
got
the
you.
fog of war and completing any activities I encountered along the way.
Good quality of life.
While other times I'd race from place to place, focusing on one part of the main story quest line before pivoting to another part of it
On
in
the
a
other
different
side
region.
of the planet.
That story took me
Okay.
about 40 hours to complete, But that was with
So
plenty
what
of
happens if I die?
distractions, and I've spent another 20 plus after the credits rolled, with
Damn.
lots still left to do.
Gain additional consumables. So hey, fucking W.
20 hours after you beat the game is kind of crazy.
There is one major issue with this new open world
Who would have thought,
philosophy
chat?
that
If you
grinds my
progress in the
gears.
game, you unlock
It's
more
just
shit.
that the physical terrain of Kairos doesn't always rise to the occasion of these free-roaming ambitions.
So,
For example,
when you
some
playing God of
areas
War?
are filled with invisible walls that you'll unsatisfyingly
Play that
slide
whenever,
into
man.
while you're trying to glide over a hill or mantle up a ledge. Borderlands
I
has
knew there was a
always
game I
had
was forgetting
issues with
about.
its environments being a bit wonky,
You gonna
but
beat
it
it
feels
this year?
so much more noticeable in an open world
This year?
where you assume you're meant to explore every nook and cranny. And most games come up with
You know
natural
what, for you,
barriers
man,
like
I'm gonna be
mountains
sure.
or oceans to make it clear that you can go no farther. Instead, you quickly find the limitations of that
You hear me?
exploration,
No,
and
you
they
cut out.
feel artificial. Although I eventually learned
He said
that
for
the
you,
on
man.
the surface was probably
Yeah, for you,
not
man,
something I was
I'll
going to
be sure
allowed
to beat it
interact
before
with,
the year's
it
over
still
with.
bums me out that there isn't just some kind of
Force seems
out
way
of
less
bounds warning
intentionally
when going
fucking
places I
obnoxious.
wasn't meant to.
Yeah, like I
One
said,
other
I've
major
played it.
area
I've been
of
having fun.
evolution is combat, which not only has tighter, more responsive gunplay than any Borderlands game before
Feels like
it,
Borderlands
but
with,
comes
with
packed with a
improvements.
frankly silly number of new movement options that make battles much more dynamic. In addition to the existing ways to get around like running and sliding, you can now double jump, glide, grapple hook, dash in any direction, and even swim. That's right, water no longer instantly kills you, praise Moxie. It
That's so crazy because I don't even remember that being a thing.
actually took me quite a while to remember all the new ways I was expected to navigate combat encounters. But with the help of some enemies that smartly push you to make full use of your options, I eventually learned to master them. By the end, I was soaring across the map, dodging attacks like a pro, and raining down hell upon my enemies. It
Hello?
became wonderfully satisfying stuff once I got the hang of it.
The first game to not kill you for touching water. That's fucking insane.
Gearbox has also heaped an impressive
They on they fucking
things to shoot into
old
this
Spider-Man
game.
game bullshit.
There are little mechanical spiders that reflect all bullets you send their way when they spin their legs rapidly, creatures covered in crystals that are immune to damage until you shoot those crystals off and quickly destroy the floating orbs they turn into, and many others that I hadn't seen before. Those caused me to stop and adapt to their tactics in interesting ways, and that was always a memorable moment. Even better,
But you're
are the
playing,
boss fights, which have
Spider-Man
evolved
1.
pretty significantly in that they usually involve some special
on
mechanics
the
you have to
PS1?
learn in order to beat
I
them.
think it's PS2.
These are often pretty simple things, like
Shit,
picking
probably.
up and throwing a toxic bomb onto one boss to
it was like
peel his
based on the
armor
first
off,
movie.
or having
It
to
was
juggle
all on
yourself in the
rooftops.
air with grappling and gliding.
And if you touch the
after
ground, you
floor
die.
becomes hazardous for a phase of another fight. Granted, they don't come close to the
It
mechanical
was some bullshit.
complexity
Maybe.
of something you'd find in a Destiny raid,
That does
but
sound
those
like
are
some bullshit.
often kind of over the top. And this is a significant
The second
step
game
up from
introduced
some
where
of
you
the
could touch the
basic
ground.
dodge and shoot until it
Like,
dies
okay,
battles we've
try to
seen
just
in
be on these
Borderlands
rooftops.
past. It's a happy medium, and that makes these bosses a lot less forgettable. That's not to say there aren't any basic fights, but it's fair to say that those can be an entertaining excuse to turn off your brain and blast something to
Yeah.
bits, and serve as a contrast to the ones with an extra element to them. Rest assured, the major bosses usually step up their game pretty noticeably. It's also neat that you'll start encountering enemies with various modifiers as you get further into the adventure, and unlock higher difficulties via the endgame grind. These might be things like Elemental Eater, an effect that means enemies aren't just
Eat.
resistant to a specific type of attack, but healed by it. Or Centripetal, which causes a black hole to form where an enemy with this
Aw,
trait
shit.
dies, pulling everything in range into its center and dealing massive